Scott Travers having fun at F.U.N for sure. Good to see you, my friend.
Larry, it's wonderful to be here at F.U.N in front of this Amos Media camera. Thank you so much for interviewing me, and thank you for all that you do for our industry, for carrying the torch, and for your leadership.
Well, thank you for your revised 7th edition of the Coin Collector's Survival Manual here. Now, we just came away from a presentation here at F.U.N that's one of the most attended presentations anytime you come to a F.U.N show. So we're going to make you give us a little snippet of what everybody else got to enjoy.
People had a fabulous time hearing that I was very optimistic about where gold is headed. And my forecast for gold, for myself, not really trying to give guidance or telling people what to do, I can see gold at $2,500 an ounce in 2023 this year.
That's going to be an incredible move, but I think there's a lot of support for your position.
There is, and people were happy to hear me say that, because last year, throughout the year, I was saying that gold was not going to do very well, that gold was going to be about $1,650 an ounce, and it actually went to about $1,650 an ounce.
Yep. Another topic that you introduced, and you gave us an opportunity to meet a few individuals who are involved with the new CAC grading.
Yes. The new CAC grading service is really going to be very interesting, and I expect it to revolutionize coin grading with its extraordinary reservoir of very experienced coin graders. This should really change the way things are looked at, and it'll elevate the coin industry and its respectability. So many people hold John Albanese, who's the co-founder of PCGS and the founder of NGC and the founder of CAC. He's held in such high esteem, and we expect that Certified Acceptance Corporation, as a full-blown grading service, will do extremely well.
But sometimes change can bring a little bit of uncertainty. You're not sure what things are going to be like. And I'm sure that people know that they need to be very, very cautious about what they're doing with the possessions that they have. That was another topic you brought up here concerning the latest regarding the cryptocurrency business and what's happening in that.
Well, we talked about the importance of people safeguarding their stuff. And so many people who buy rare coins and precious metals are very, very concerned about literally making sure that they keep their stuff. And with FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried, people really gave up control of their cryptocurrency. They gave the keys to their cryptocurrency to FTX. And we've seen the equivalent on a smaller scale in the rare coin marketplace. At least there are allegations that a very once respectable depository in Delaware made off with some of the assets. And it's yet to be seen, because at this time the case hasn't been tried, but there are superseding indictments relating to once respected dealer Bob Higgins and his depository. And so people keeping their coins and precious metals in such a depository are subject to the risk of loss. And similarly, there was a depository in Beverly Hills, which had about 700 private safe deposit boxes that were seized by the U.S. government. Once again, people didn't hold the stuff themselves. They gave their stuff to somebody else to safeguard. So we came to a conclusion that the best person or entity to safeguard your stuff is you.
And some of the advice is given here in the book that you've written here regarding like your home safe. And because if you keep it in your house, you'll want it in that home safe.
Well, home safes can be very, very tricky in terms of selection, because you want to select a home safe that's rated by UL. You want a home safe that's burglar resistant. You want a home safe that has some fire resistance. So you're best off buying a home safe that offers a little bit of everything, fire resistance and burglar resistance too.
And there's a lot of responsibility falls on the collector, because when you're talking about previously the depositories, safe deposit boxes are becoming fewer and fewer. Banks are taking their changes. The banks are also using an abandonment policy that you told us about. What is this abandonment policy?
Well, some banks, including J.P. Morgan Chase, aren't allowing people to open new safety deposit boxes, but you're grandfathered in. And so some banks have a policy where if you do not look at your safety deposit box inventory and you don't open your box for a year or two, they consider that box abandoned, and they open up the box and they hold the contents in a remote facility. Where we saw a big problem, it was a huge problem in New York during the pandemic, where there were people who were holding their gold and their silver and their coins in safety deposit boxes, and virtually all branches closed in New York for about 10 months. And people, no matter who they were, weren't able to get access to their safety deposit box contents. So the new thinking on safety deposit boxes is that you should only keep things there that are insured and that you won't need for a while. I mean, don't keep your passport there, and don't keep your extra home keys there. Don't keep an original copy of your will there, because you might not have access to the safety deposit box for a number of months. I'm not a person who's that concerned that we're going to see bank closures and you'll never see your things again, but I am concerned that you might not have access. There may be some emergency and the bank closes for a while.
Yeah, that's when that happens, like there. Scott, tell us a little bit more about your personal business.
Well, I sell to people and I sell information. And I often charge an hourly fee, and I serve as a consultant, and I look at coins at auction, and I charge a disclosed commission for people who want to buy and sell coins. I do not maintain an inventory of coins, so that allows me to remain arm's length distant from the transactions that I engage in.
Well, I've just realized that we now have encompassed quite a bit of that hour, so I'm going to owe you more if I keep going here. But I want to thank you, Scott, for your time.
Larry, I thank you for your leadership, for carrying the torch, and thank all of the Coin World viewers for watching the presentation.